Hello, dorks. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's time for Unchatter. It's time for Dwarf Fortress. It's time for patch day. It's time for patch day that we're not going to participate in. There was a very significant patch today, but DF Hack has not updated as of like 10 minutes ago. I guess I could check that again real quick. Yeah, I don't think DF Hack hasn't patched yet. So we're gonna stay one patch back for today. We're probably gonna be on the new patch next stream on Thursday, because that'll give them a couple days to patch DF Hack, right? So I'm pretty sure that we'll have DF Hack support for the new patch by next stream. Today we're not gonna worry about it. This fortress might not interact too heavily with those things to begin with. We haven't had any sieges. We have not had any hostile activity at this fort at all. So I'm not sure what's going to happen until we find a new location, or more likely what's going to happen. We're going to return to leopard bins at some point, at which point we will experience the siege update. That seems pretty guaranteed. They said DF Hack would take a few extra hours today because GitHub is being slow. GitHub is it's not... It's not the Dwarf Fortress part, the GitHub part. That's hilarious. That is hilarious to me. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I mostly want to have access to all our normal DF Hack tools, like our design tool, all that kind of stuff. I do want to have access to that today because we're gonna keep building, right? We're gonna be working on our resort. We have kind of made a plan for what we're gonna build on this glacier. We're making our materials, we're setting our footprints. So we're gonna work on that. That's gonna be what our goal is for today. They are magicians. It's wild to me. We're just a luxury resort with a side gig in mining. Exactly. Don't worry about what's going on below ground. We got this nice pretty area upstairs for all you to hang out in. That's gonna be how we are. Yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it. We can talk about what the patch is and what it does. In the theoretical sense, it does a lot of very cool things. This is a very cool patch. It's a very, very cool patch. I'm very excited to actually experience it, but we're patient, right? Today's episode is brought to you by a pumpkin rotting on your porch, and by viewers like you, clicking on all those buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in Discord, hanging out in VODs, hanging out wherever. That's the pumpkin rotting on my porch these days. Or that's the porch that I'm rotting on these days. How about that? So I appreciate you all coming by and hanging out with us on this ice sheet. Zombie pumpkin. Oh, yep. That would be terrifying. But we're just gonna pop this open. And we're gonna get to work, right? We set some footprints for our initial set of buildings, our larger buildings. I don't think we've really started on actually making the things, actually placing the tiles yet, so no blinding. That's gonna be kind of what happens. Here we are. I'm gonna unpause. We've designated some microcline floors here. That's kind of going to be what we're up to. Our mood. Ooh, our mood is having fun, isn't it? And there's a yeti up here just for the heck of it. And we're gelding all our animals. I think that's probably a lot of what's going on. We're gelding, we're storing, we're making clay bricks. That's right, we're making porcelain bricks, which is amazing. You are dressing a wound. Someone got wounded, right? I remember someone getting wounded. Doctor got wounded. But I think that's fine. And then we're gonna have like a ton of stuff sitting here in our butcher shops they're gonna have to work on. But that's fine. They will work on it. We're just gonna let them go. They'll have work to do. I'm a little concerned about the mood. What's up with y'all? Panicked, reliving being attacked. Dejected, unable to acquire. I mean, you should be able to acquire some things. Shouldn't you be able to take like necklaces and junk? Which I guess we don't even have. I mean, we have 2 bins here. We do also have, like, we do technically have a waterfall going, right? I think, or maybe this all dried up. Maybe all that waterfall got sealed. We might actually have a waterfall, a functional waterfall at the moment. Which is interesting. That might need to get fixed at some point. And we're attempting to train. Oh, just give birth to 8 more llamas. Great. Great. Yeah, just geld the babies. Yeek yak. Yaks. We could also make like more clothing. I think we can make better clothing at this point. We've gotten through most of the gelding here. Some children hanging out in their bedrooms. Excellent. Still like 34 people. Not that sadness. I was near a bed. Yeah, they're grabbing their, well, I guess a lot of these are going to be in, a lot of you are in a squad, aren't you? But they should be, like, you took a necklace. You have an amulet. So clearly they are able, so you're in our squad. You also took earrings. Okay, so clearly they're able to take jewelry. 7 more? Are you kidding me? The llamas. Those dang llamas. Yeah, wow. Okay. I think we're also good on, well, actually, I don't know if we're good on mining. We had a quarry level going on up here. Somewhere, yeah. I think the digging has happened. I think we're probably set on digging for the moment. We have a bunch of microcline, a bunch of kaolinite, a bunch of jet. So I'm going to say that you do whatever you want for now. And then we also we're working on ice, right? Very, very slowly working on ice. I had a thought on how to improve this a little bit. A little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. you taken off there? I mean, okay, well maybe people are coming up to do this now. We do still have just a random yeti. The yetis haven't really attacked us yet, which I find interesting. Also, don't know why there's no booze there now. But I was thinking about our water or ice situation. Someone's leaving buckets up on our roofs, and I have a guess as to who that is. I have a wild guess who's flying up to our roofs, leaving mugs up there. My only thought for making our ice machine work a bit better is... Oh, it just ran off, got scared by a cat. So we can't use a pump to pump into a basin because it freezes as soon as it leaves the pump exit, right? So we couldn't just fill a basin with water from one pump. But if we were okay with using a bunch of pumps, like what if we had like a long strip, right? Like a long trough, and then a whole bunch of pumps perpendicular to it. So we had one pump per square, essentially. So you would still have water freeze as soon as it left the pump, but we would be pumping from like 50 pumps at a time. Something ridiculous like that, right? And then but then you could like power all those pumps, and then you just flip a switch, and it would create that many blocks of ice, and then you turn off the switch and you mine it, and you flip the switch again. We've had lava source heating it. We tried. That's what this was. The magma cools too fast is what we were finding. You're up here, right? It's just a dead fairy. Well, you get into work? Perfect. I don't know why you're starting there, but okay. Sure, whatever. I tried, like, we were having water freeze as it came out of here, so I put magma here, and it worked for a short period of time, and then it cooled down. Like, the walls directly adjacent to the magma stopped being warm. Can you make amulets out of fairy bones? I don't think we can do anything with the fairies because they're vermin. Like you can't butcher a vermin. But you can... Could we catch fairies? You can... So there are some things you can do with vermin. I just never really bother. What if we did... If there's a vermin catcher shop, right? What if we just caught fairies? What if we just caught pixies? And fluffy wamblers? Hydrate? I can hydrate. Welcome in. Could then eat skin coats would be good early fortress staple. Like a fluffy wambler. Fluffy wamblers are great. This is the first time I've really had them in numbers. They're just kind of everywhere here. Vermin have a lot of weird bugs, haha pun. But I think they can be assigned as pets or stored in cages, yes. We could put pixies in we could do, fairy terrariums. Ferrariums. Whatever that's worth. Yakbul's been bitten by a cave spider. Okay, more llamas? More llamas. Really more llamas. Okay. Geld that llama. Yaks are good. Alpacas are good. Okay. We do have cave spiders down there. So we... We are so good on cloth. Like we have access to cloth, right? So I haven't been worrying about the silk. But there is also a lot of silk. Hey, there they go. Okay. Yeah, no one's collecting silk. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste the labor. Like, if we had a bunch of people sitting around, that'd be one thing, but we definitely don't. Yep, okay. Yeah, there are a lot of pixies. Cancels fill pond. Okay, so it looks like we finished here. So we're just gonna pause all of these, right? So these are all paused. Whoop, that one paused. Right. And then we just channel out the ice. Speaking of labor, any animal people? Not that I saw, just the yeti so far. Polar bear man throwing a tantrum. It's our first tantrum. Hooray! Rylum, let's try not to have too many tantrums here. You are haggard. You are haggard. That's good. Good. Triumph after throwing something. This could get hairy. Happy to hear of the new edition last time. Which one was that? Oh, we had some babies. We did have some babies. Little artist guys in the forest throwing a tantrum. Should be fine. Should be fine, right? Just fighting a dog. These clay boulders. Okay, so we've already used all of our kaolinite. Really? Really? I have to mine, or have to mine out some more. Yeah, okay. Luckily, there's more here. We're just gonna call this priority 2. Dig out some here. It's all claystone. Bauxite, that's cool. And then shale. Okay. I think we got, looks like we got the jet, looks like we got the microcline. But there's plenty more levels, right? So that's, I'm not gonna bother with the level directly beneath the water. I'm not gonna tempt fate there. There's like a bunch of gypsum and stuff here, so it's probably gonna be more on this level. Let's just poke around there. And then now I want you mining again. How's our garbage going? It's going. They're working on it. I don't want you dumped. Very slowly. And see, I mean, they can do that real quick, right? What happened? Did you not mine this, or did it already get filled in again? That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This one yielded a lot more than our previous batches. I guess at this point, instead of building our little placeholder wall there, we could start just putting down our ice walls. Oh, I had a question though. I had a thought. Can I... I don't think this is gonna... Well... If I say make rock blocks... It's not gonna show up here, right? No. What if... What if... I'm gonna say, let's like... I'm gonna disassemble just a couple of these wall bits here. This is a quick experiment. This one's easy. So there's our 3 blocks. I'm gonna make just a little stockpile. I don't think... See, the thing is that I don't think... Ice doesn't even show up in here, right? It's not a thing at all. So I'm gonna say this is a stockpile that accepts nothing. I don't think this is gonna work, just for the record. But I have to try. If I put a stone worker here and just use a rock. If for some reason we were able to make blocks out of ice, we would like triple our available materials. But I don't think that's gonna work. But I gotta try. Okay, so you are not gonna take general work orders. You're going to input from here. I'm just gonna say, make rock blocks. I think it's just gonna cancel, right? Yeah. Needs non-economic hardstone boulders in linked stockpile. So since it's not gonna be read as a boulder, which is strange because hard stone boulders, interesting. Because if we go to our boulders, didn't it show up? Yeah, it shows up. And it's not gonna be, it's not like reserved for economic use, right? Where am I looking? Stone use. Other stone? You can, oh, I don't know that I ever did this. So we should go in here, we should turn off. I don't know how I would do that. I don't want to use the jet and microcline for other things. So I'm gonna turn off the jet and microcline. Right? Just to reserve it for our purposes. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna work that way. I would love it if it did, but I don't think it is. So we're gonna start placing our walls, right? We're gonna go wall. We're going to select our material. Just gonna start like this. Right? We're essentially gonna go like that. So yeah, so that's fine, and then let's break down all of this so that we can use our ice. They are going for it. I think we're gonna have to make everyone some hot cocoa. They're gonna get pretty grumpy for being out in the snow so much. But once we actually make this, like, this is gonna be what makes everyone happy, right? This is gonna be our gigantic tavern. It is gonna be gigantic. Actual milk, true. Llama milk hot chocolate. Except that you can't have, except we don't have chocolate. You'd have to do like, you'd have to find a mushroom that tasted kind of like chocolate. Okay, we got all our ice, right? Some of it's just piled up on top of each other, so that's all fine. This is gonna take a minute. This is a big project. We at least have that much ice. We really have that much ice? I don't think we have that much. I mean, it's... interesting. I don't know where they're gonna find all that. They're hauling microcline. Right? No, I wanted... They're doing raw microcline. Where are you finding... Hey, where are you finding raw microcline? Does it show up as different? I thought we were making... We got so many blocks, dude. Huh? I didn't even see which one you did. I mean, these should all be... You're using the blocks, right? Okay, it looks like they're using the blocks. You're hauling ice. I'll keep an eye on them. You have a shale mug because you're out here to drink. Now you're gonna go snore your mug. More yaks. Let's keep an eye on that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then, yeah, so now, of course it's you doing all this, right? There's so much to be done. There really is. There really, really is. And then you are here to drink. I don't know why. I'm tempted to get rid of this. It just keeps bringing people up here. Oh, and then what if I just do this? I'm gonna say... Oh, that was weird. I'm gonna forbid this wine pot. So it stays there, and polar bears are still gonna try to steal it, but no one's gonna come up here to try and drink from it. Rylam is throwing a tantrum. Where are you? Where is that one? Not even the grumpiest person. Go drink a barrel of booze. Able to acquire something. We have so many things. We have so many things. Could do another round of clothing. We could probably make some nice clothing at this point. They are starting to wear out. Maybe that'll be a nice happiness bump. Let's make a round of nice polar bear clothing. We're only going to use dyed cloth. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna say, yarn togas, yarn skirt, leather shoe. Let's make some caps even. Let's do yarn cap. Everyone likes a good cap. And these are gonna be sized for polar bear people. Like so, and let's do like 20 of each. I'm also gonna do one for our bird person. So yarn, toga, yarn skirt, leather shoe, yarn cap. And then we're just gonna do one of each of these. And these are for Eaglemen. Okay, start with that. Maybe that will make them a little bit happier in the short term. We have ice walls going up. Okay. So you are... So you're not hauling anything. Where are you going? Oh, you just already dropped it off. Okay. You have ice. You have ice. Of course. You have ice. Look at them go. I do like it. We're gonna get... All of our ground is gonna be completely snowed on by the time we're done. Okay, of course it's gonna take them a bit to actually move all this stuff. That is one downside. So other questions that we have. So I'm planning on there not being hallways on the surface, right? We're gonna have these rooms. We're gonna have stairs that go down. Somehow. I think we're gonna have to like... I think I'm gonna want to mine this out and then build a stairs? Or do I just carve the stairs out of the ice? Oh, that's... I'm worried about things melting and at times that we don't want them to. 21? You gave birth to 21 alpacas? How does that even happen? How does this even happen? All right, geld them. Geld them up. That's all of our babies? You just gave birth to all of our babies? I can spell... Okay, still good at there. I'll say block floor. Rough microcline block floor. Why the rough ones? Why? So can I not... So... Because we use the... Whatchamacallit, right? We used our planner. And it's just microcline, right? How do I designate blocks? Any building material of microcline. Options will affect the selection of generic materials. And constructions on tiles with existing constructions. Okay. I just turned boulders off. I'm gonna want boulders for the walls, obviously, but... Huh. I wish I could just designate blocks in here. So can I just redesignate all this? I don't know. No, that's not gonna work. Nope, just erase. Just erase. It's not like I can look at these individual things and know which ones... What I want to do... I want to go into our boulders. And go to our microcline. And forbid it all. Because I don't have a microcline block thing going right now. Might have to sell those outright. Might take too long to kill them all. Oh, the yaks? Well, I mean, if we can just get them all gelded, then they'll be stable down there, right? I'm okay with there being that many down there. I just don't want them to continue. Okay, I want to watch them. Maybe I just need to redesignate the whole thing. No, if I forbid the boulders, then they shouldn't be able to use the boulders, right? Here, you have blocks. Okay. Jeez, you have a bunch of stuff. So now I'm gonna want to like go back and undo all these rough ones. Oh, that's so stupid. It's like half of them. Why have you done this? And see, now it's gonna... They are forbidden, which is what I want. Those are all fine. I just want it all to be nice. I just want it to all be nice and consistent. Geez, this whole one. The whole dang thing. Okay. Ice is a fun landscape. I agree. I'm having fun here. I think this is fun. So, right, you're going to disassemble all of that. And then I'm going to redesignate microcline, but only using blocks. Oh, we got a proper tantrum. Oh, we got a proper tantrum going on. Ugh. Did we ever get stuff moved around? Not really. We still have... Okay, so you toppled 3 clothers shops and a farmer's shop and a dyer shop. Great. Great, great, great. I'm just gonna go. All right, just plop you there. Sure, whatever. Sure. A farmer's workshop, but I have these two. I think we're probably fine in the dyer shop. What am I looking for? This one. This one. Okay. Now where's... Oh no. Rylem. An amazing spatial sense, poor empathy, and lousy intellect. In a constant state of internal rage after being confined in 148. Oh yeah, that time we caught them and kept them in cages for a while? Yeah, that was good. Generally unhindered by the thoughts of others concerning his actions after being uncovered in 148, somewhat scatterbrained. Hangs on to grievances, good, tend to act before thinking. Doesn't handle stress well. He's friendly. They remember, they do remember. Unfortunately. Unable to complete the floor. Why? But why? Oh, Snowy Owl. Polar bear man who doesn't handle stress well because caught in a snowstorm. Right? Right? I mean, story-wise, it kind of makes sense that that's why... We're kind of saying that that's why they agreed to join our fortress, right? In reality, it's because we hacked them into it, but... Oh, that one wasn't supposed to go there, was it? That's actually my stair. Don't suppose we can send him to another fort or something? Well, no. I mean, we could, but... I'm not gonna. Waiting for block. I guess, yeah. Because we're not getting migrants or anything here. So we kind of need the manpower. Stray goose found dead. But yeah, I think we do need to think about mood. Don't suppose... Oh, you already read that. We had geese? We had a couple geese. I think we embarked with a couple geese. But clearly they've been here for a bit. Nope. Oh, I meant to leave the middle as well here. This is gonna take a minute. I was waiting for blocks. On a reindeer? There was like a reindeer. Okay, I mean they're doing it. They're doing it. Throwing tantrum. Where are you at? They move so dang fast. They're drinking. Okay. Hello, how much dwarves you got died stuck? Died stuck? Hi, how's it going? Well, we have 0 dwarves in this fort. For whatever that's worth. We are kobolds and polar bear men. I threw something. I feel like a victor. We're gonna have to think about how to keep our construction crews happy. Because we're gonna have them go up onto the ice a lot to make this thing. I guess if they're going up and down a bunch, then they'll go... Oh, there's 1 eagle man. Correct, there is 1 eagle man. It looks like we're already out of our Kalinite again. Yep, okay, well there's more up here. And the elves have arrived. Okay. And more yak calves. Oh my god. How long is their gestation period? Okay, but none of them were male. After update, I have 1 by 1 died dwarves dehydrated, and I see 1 man who have same issue in update comments on Steam. Interesting. I actually haven't updated, so I can't comment on today's patch. We have dogs fighting a yeti. We have dogs fighting a yeti. I was wondering if that would ever happen. DF hack hadn't patched yet, and I wanted to use DF hack today, so we're back 1 patch. So I can't comment on any of today's specific weirdness, I guess. But don't update looks so broken. Fair. I mean, so it goes, right? That's kind of how these things go sometimes. The yeti is bleeding. The dogs are healthy. I think this might be okay. I think we're just gonna eat a yeti here. Yeah. Okay, so war dogs can take care of a yeti, though we do have 1 injured dog here. 2 injured dogs. In theory, speaking of DF hack, I believe we have what's the thing? Control panel. Dwarfette. We have Dwarfette enabled, so in theory those dogs are just gonna go to the hospital and have that taken care of. But now we have another yeti. Now there's just a 2nd yeti. Doesn't look like any of these new ones are rough. Just all I care about. I just want it consistent. Do I trade with the elves? What would I trade with the elves this time? I don't know that they have anything that I want right now. They're slowly using our ice. That ice went further than I thought it would, honestly. We're already almost halfway around this building. I'm hoping, so we just made a bunch of clothing, right? I'm hoping that the polar bear people go and grab a bunch more of clothes. Yeah, you got dyed cloth. Look at that. You got a large cap. You got an amulet. You got dyed. Excellent toga. Relieved, remembering being near a waterfall. Didn't get any thoughts from that? Did we just... Kobold hatchlings! Oh my gosh, that was like 3 or 4. Aren't we just at like 34? Yeah, 3 more. 3 more hatchlings. Okay, that's kind of cool. This is the most hatchlings that we've had in a Kobold Fortress before. Who's... Tirek and Izrak. So this is the couple that has... You have 9 children here. All but 2 of them are here. So you've given birth to 7 people here. And I think 1 other person has given birth to like twins. You got dyed stuff too. Wow, okay. I think what needs to happen is more robust waterfall action, which access to the water is not going to be an issue, right? We have plenty of water everywhere. But how would it drain? How would I introduce water without it murdering everyone? Oh, a strange mood. That's our first strange mood. Oh, that's fortuitous, I guess. Okay, things are gonna happen. Things are gonna be happening. Clearly we could do more dye. Clearly we could do more dye. I'm not gonna worry about it right this moment though, because we have plenty. How do I want to go about this? Let's see, what are you? Oh, you're... Oh, weird. Holding a mug. You're just up here. What on earth? They behave so strangely. Okay, I think we've mined out all our kaolinite there. Found a dead reindeer. Too depressed. I mean, we got most of the way through those clay bricks. I'm going to turn off the clay bricks for now. And we're just going to work on building what we have. It's like some of these... Interesting. I'm confused as to why some of these are canceling. Korik has begun a mysterious construction. So I'm gonna leave that one. So I want these 3. I think I want the ice to happen so we can start refilling the ice, right? Do this. Torek, our fixer, has created Torma Urtak, a jet crown. Claims it as a personal treasure. Okay, you have fun. Have fun wearing the most valuable item in the fortress. So many babies, so many babies. Baby bolds, yeah. Good. It's good. Still no migrants. We have a war dog fighting our other yeti. Where's Nauseous? Where's the yeti? Seriously injured. You gonna run off? I wonder if them being in a squad at all affects their mood, even if I'm not like giving them orders or anything. I think you at least, Rylem is getting out of the squad. Could not find a path. Okay. Okay. Rylem is tantruming again. Oh, come on. You're fighting a dog? Don't fight the dogs. Don't. Where did that happen? Or no, that was the... Tax the Boyer. Yeah, like I don't have... We don't control another site. I can't like expel them to another site. I'd have to just expel them entirely, which I don't want to do. Can butcher Yeti. That's true. Because they're not sentient, right? They're not people. I don't think. There's still so much garbage here. Yeah, you're seriously injured. And then there's a corpse here. They're worth a lot, are they? Should I say, I think we're set to ignore outdoor junk right now, so maybe they wouldn't do that automatically. So I'm gonna say... butcher an animal. And that's just gonna find a butcherable animal, so it's gonna say needs butcherable animal. So I'm gonna make a little Yeti corpse stockpile. Yetis. I don't know if that's gonna prompt anyone to grab it, because it is outside. 3 times as much as domestic animals. Interesting. Because currently we're ignoring outdoor refuse because there's just a bunch of random outdoor refuse. Let's go Yeti hunting. Kind of expecting this one to just bleed out, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Upper body cut open, upper body is dented. Scavenging, that might be more accurate. Now it's just a skeleton. We probably might have waited too long. But if I go to like Gather outdoor refuse, ignore outdoor vermin. What does that do? Probably just makes a bunch more work for everyone. Okay, well, we got all of our ice used. See, they just randomly cancel some of these. I'm really not sure why. Is that like they're trying to use the boulders and then just fail? Also, I should have started building the wall from the other side, because now they have to like walk all the way around the wall to get in there. I think we'll hold off on more ice until we get this floor done. Let's just focus on the floor for the moment. And then our miners can go back to work. We have 6 children. Oh my goodness. There are only 5 to 10 yetis in any given biome. Interesting, so we've probably been seeing the same ones a couple times. So we've seen a couple. Six factorial? That'd be a lot. Eldragon, too late. So, well, we're focusing on it now. I'm just gonna let them keep going. I'm just gonna let them go on this. They're all gonna actually do it. We made a cheese. I was kind of debating, well, we were debating having magma involved in this at some point, right? Because I wanted steam. But I'm thinking that that's either not going to happen, or we'll deal with that at a later date if it becomes possible for some reason. But I'm kind of thinking it's just not in the cards for us right now. So we're probably not going to involve magma in general with this. Which means it's probably okay to just use the ice to carve stairs straight down. So what's going to happen is we're going to have stairs in like these 4 corners, right? And then stairs inside here. And then there's just going to be little tunnels that go down into the ground with hallways that connect everything. Still throwing a tantrum. Still throwing a tantrum. Fluffy Wamblers are liked for warm hearts, gentle nature, and stumble bumbling. They definitely stumble bumble. A job item lost. I wonder what's... Maybe that's because they're trying to do the boulders, so I guess that is what I want to happen. Yeah, because it's like... Because I forbid them. Would die for these little guys? I would too. I love our little guys. I really do love our little guys. Now that they have like their purple togas, I like the purple togas. But I think essentially what we're gonna do... I'm also really curious how far down the ice sheet goes. Because it kind of seemed like there's probably more than one, but probably more than 2 levels worth of ice beneath us right now. So I think what we're gonna do, I mean, let's test, right? So we're gonna go down 1, we're gonna go down to 2. Let's just see what we see there. Proper kobold colors? Yeah, I bet they do like purple. I bet purple is a good kobold color. See, there they go. Okay, so you're there. You're there. So there is ice here. So do we want our hallways to be carved through natural ice, or do I want to go down just below the glacier and have that through stone? I mean, having a bunch of ice hallways is kind of cool, right? I'm curious how far down it goes. I don't know if this is rough, right? It all says stranded. Nope. It's a lie, clearly. Blue for leopards, raw threads for evil forest, and purple for sludge skewers. Well, leopard bins was purple as well, right? Because it's the same, it's dimple cups. I want to say, I want to say we had all 3 colors for leopard bins. Leopard bins was multicolored. I was thinking we'd be able to get multicolored here as well, but we can't grow above ground crops, so apparently not. So this is going to be strictly purple. Leopard bins was... Is it purple or is it blue? I mean, you tell me. You tell me what that is. It's dimple cup. Whatever dimple cup is. I think that's purple. I think it's purple. When we make a new world, we'll have a lot more color options. I want to see... Deep blue, yeah. Because it's underground crops. All deep colors. Yeah, someday we'll be able to make like a million different colors. Because wasn't there like... Stumbling obliviously, yeah. Yeah. We got quite a bit of leather. I guess we've been killing a lot of animals. We got plenty of leather. Dye a specific color, can we actually dye? Midnight blue. So is that... So... Oh, interesting. Do we actually have access to this? Mix dye. No, can't do that. Can I... Oh, the humans are here. Tint cloth slate gray. Tint gray cloth Slate gray using midnight blue. So I think the dimple cup is making midnight blue. Is that how I'm supposed to interpret that? We could. That's interesting. So it's actually letting us tint dark green using midnight blue. What? I could make a dark green leather using midnight blue dye? That's interesting. Gray plus blue equals slate. Yeah. I think that's what's going on. I want to do that. We're gonna use the remainder of our dimple cup dye to make slate gray cloth. Because apparently we can do that. We don't have all the fancy colors, but we can tint with the colors that we do have. I didn't even try that before. That's interesting. Tried to get a fort going today. Almost entire fort died of thirst. Oops, my bad. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. How's it going? We're still back a patch. Yeah, they're using dimple dye to tint. Right. Pigtail cloth. Late gray pigtail cloth. Neat. We are actually back one patch because DF Hack hadn't patched by the time I started playing. So we're actually not on today's patch. But we're also not getting sieges at this fort anyway. So, or at least we haven't so far. So I don't think it would have caused that much of an actual difference yet. There's some weirdness with something. Someone said... So I saw reports of a crash. And then someone was just saying... What were you just saying? Oh, dwarves dying of thirst. Maybe that might be... That might be the bug. And install DF Hack, yeah. I've done that in the past, but I knew that this is what we were going to be doing anyway today. We were just going to be building our glacial retreat. So I wasn't too worried. I'm sure we'll get up to some trouble on Thursday. No, they died of thirst because I didn't build a still and the water was frozen. Well, that will also do it. That will also do it. Wow, it is ice all the way down here. Yeah, I think we're gonna like go a couple levels down. And then on this level, we're gonna have a bunch of little hallways. I guess we can get at least that much ice out of it, right? That's gonna give us some free ice. Just gonna do that. That. And that. And then that. And that. And that. And that. All right, that's all nice and square. Got obsessed building a ramp through the aquifer layer and went downhill from there. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm gonna turn on mining again for a second. How are you this week? I'm doing good. Does chat have a name? Chowlings, if you want. You're my dorks, right? I just call you dorks. I think I want one here, right? And then like here. So weird. Or do I? Actually, I think I'm good there. Chat. I'm doing good. Nothing too outrageous going on in our world these days, but look at him go. Look at him go. And the humans want to meet. I haven't been trading with them recently. I keep telling them to bring instruments. Sure. Okay. We're working on digging. Look at him go. Perfect. Sweet. And that gets us a whole, like, 3 ice. I guess there's a little bit more. We get a little bit of ice out of that. We do have tantrums happening. Raylam, do you need a timeout? Because we don't have justice going. We don't have, we don't have a way to hold people accountable. Do we fix that? Do we do justice? Really what we need is waterfall. Which, I mean, it is leaking, right? We're leaking from somewhere. I don't want people coming up here. I guess they're probably coming up to grab. Well, probably not. I don't think there's anything in here that they really need. But it should be... Oh, we're probably leaking through here because the door's propped open. Maybe that's good enough. But I don't know that that's giving everyone, like, real consistent waterfall thoughts. I mean, you're near a waterfall. Delighted we're near a waterfall. Dwelling upon wearing old clothing. Mulling over the recurring memory allowed him to rethink his intellectual values and change his personal tendencies. Okay, good, I guess. Is that good? And see, you should be able to acquire... You've acquired things. You've definitely acquired things. Oh, the bears? The bears are getting grumpy. One of our bears is throwing a tantrum. And it worries me. It hasn't caused any significant injuries yet. But I am concerned. We have like a little bit of waterfall action happening here. Which I'm just gonna let that... I'm gonna let that go. I think we're just leaking from here. He stopped tantrum for the moment. But he keeps going back and forth. Now he's constructing. We're working on our big above ground stuff. Maybe they need more enrichment? Probably. Well, we got stuff to do. they'll get enrichment when we build the enrichment center. We're working on the cool thing now. They'll get to hang out in a really cool tavern as soon as they're done making it. Just as soon as they're done making it, they're gonna have access to it. There's an elephant seal, apparently. There's a handful of elephant seals. This is fine. How big's an elephant seal? Yeah, where's this war dog? Okay, well, I mean, we got 3 dogs against 1 elephant seal. That seems to be an okay fight. Okay, that part worked at least. And see, now someone's gonna grab it. Maybe now someone will actually butcher this. Let's see what happens to it. Hello, Howlers. How's it going? It is going. How's the fort? It is going. We are working on our constructions. We are attempting to not succumb to tantrums. They're quite big. They are quite big. See, now no one wants to come for it. Why is there just a random forbidden block there? That's weird. Okay, I mean, look at this. This is getting quite close. So I want it like this and like this. Come on. Clearly they really wanted to use the boulders there. I hope it looks cool. No, we're not going back on it now. There's just random fluffy wamblers in there. So that means we are now out of the blocks, right? So I'm going to unforbid the boulders from here. And then we need to make more blocks. So I'm going to say rock block using microcline. Do that like 50 times. Polar bears wandering around with the red shirts look like Mario mushrooms. That's funny. One of the things, so this is like the gripiest of gripes, but now that we have all this nice visual distinction, so like our kobolds are like dwarves in that they, like when they're wearing stuff, you actually see it, right? So this kobold is wearing a purple toga and a purple skirt, or midnight blue, I should say, and you can see it. But the animal people don't get the same treatment, because the polar bear people are wearing the same outfit. They have purple togas and purple skirts, but you'll never see them on the animal people sprites, because that would mean you have to make like a million different sprites, right? But I do kind of wish we would see our purple togas on our polar bear people. But they're pretty cool anyway. This is already like, just the fact that we get to see them all is incredible. Not how this game used to work. And they're just gonna hang out in here. So in theory, so yes, this is all unforbidden now. There's another Yeti. Hooray, Yetis. In theory, they're gonna come grab the microcline. Also, pinning and pasturing a bunch of stuff. I don't know why we are needing to. Sure. Sure, whatever. We're also shearing. Milk. Which one of these? Or, nope, that's not what I wanted. This is looking at cloth. I guess that's fine. Urge to boot up Dwarf Fortress for the first time in over a year. I'm so obsessed with this game. Another strange mood. We're just gonna get a bunch of strange moods now, after not getting any for a long time. Yeah, we made slate gray cloth. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Kerr is down here making cheese. I don't think eagle people could eat cheese. Just a hunch. This is all porcelain, right? So we got quite a few porcelain bricks made. And then in theory, people are gonna make us microcline blocks. We probably need to mine more microcline. So there is quite a bit here. But I think we need to find another spot. And there's a tiny bit. I think we've mostly mined out the usefulness on this layer, but I guess we were exploring here, weren't we? There's shale, gypsum, there's kaolinite. And anhydrate? Like 2 years ago. That's fair. I have been doing this for a bit. We took a break in there. We did some Dyson Sphere program in there at one point. Rylam is tantruming and fighting our caravan leader. I think we do need to do some justice. I think justice has to happen. We're gonna get some more kaolinite here. And then this is lignite. I guess we're just gonna do some more little tunnels here. After watching a video of 40 free games, I picked up Endless Sky. I feel like we talked about that one. I had enough time to choose it and name a ship. That's the important part, right? So this is lignite. I don't want to get into our aquifer junk here. Yeah, I'm not gonna piddle around in the aquifer layers. Of course, there is good stuff in there. Here's some jet. Here's some sandstone. And then if we go like below, that's all jet. Limestone. Oh. Conglomerate, quartzite, orthoclase, quartzite, cobalite, quartzite microcline. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna call this our microcline mine. Then all that's gonna wait until we can make some more, right? Like some of these things are gonna want to, are like in line before this. Do I have to click on each of these individually? Need another polar bear person to mete out justice. That's true. Or do we want it to be a kobold because, well, I mean, that could go bad either way. If your justice dealer is too strong, they can murder your people accidentally, right? But then if your sheriff is too weak, they can get murdered by a tantrumer, which we've also had happen. Shaz, the stonecrafter, has created Zizizahakra. Zizizahakra. A gypsum an instrument? Excuse me. Excuse me? Is that amazing? Objects. The Just Bell. Sweet. A gypsum legendary instrument. Encrusted with round gypsum, encircled with cushioned gypsum capuchons. So it's all gypsum. That's hilarious. It's a mid-sized handheld cloth-stringed instrument with a glass yoke and a ceramic body, which is hilarious because we have not made glass. Strings are suspended from the yoke down to the body. Musician plays the 51 strings with a ceramic bow. Yikes. Tuning is accomplished by pegs. 5-octave range. "51 strings? This is a 51-stringed guitar. Okay. Okay. Someday we'll have bards that can do something with that. See, now it's like suspending them. Strange, 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 strange. There it goes. Okay. It's figuring it out, but see, now I don't want these to happen yet. Do I just... I want like a mass pause. I don't want to cancel them. I just want to pause them. I just want these to happen first. I guess Control T. Let's do this. The Kobold Claws. Oh, the Kobold Dexterity. An instrument that could only be played by a kobold. I love that idea. No one else can ever figure it out. Whoops. Am I clicking that's doing that? Ah. There we go. That'll fix it, right? Of course, we'll have to keep an eye on all this. I regret to inform you that justice must be done. We apologize for the inconvenience. Yeah. I think that's about where we're at. Also, we're just gonna get, like, completely snowed over. So it goes, so it goes. We also want to get our ice walls going. Which we already don't have enough for that. We're gonna... I want a hallway down here. So I guess what I'm gonna do, what if I just do... Oh, I want... I guess I want the center like this. Maybe I do want... Can we do that? And then just like connect these? Maybe like this. I think I like that. And then at some point we're going to want some way for like this underground structure to go down and connect with our actual fortress down there. But we're going to want to keep like, there's going to be like one choke point that separates the resort from the fortress. That'll kind of be secure. And we're going to wait until like this is all secured to do that, right? I think we're going to do this. I think we do that. And then it's like these corners. And then something like that. I think I like that. That'll give us some nice free ice, right? That'll mean it'll always be pretty easy to go from this stairwell to here, is you're just going down a couple levels, going straight across, and going back straight up. Nice and easy. Yeah, they never grabbed this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn on our ice pond again as well. It does eat up some labor, but it's not too bad. And then I'm gonna let you spectate while I run to the restroom. Looking back. What'd I miss? Oh, it looks like I missed a tantrum. Dang it, Rylam. Okay, maybe that's what we're doing now. Oh, now we're saving. All good? Yeah, we're all good. I don't know where Tofu's at. Tofu's hanging out in the living room somewhere. Let's pick a spot for our jail. Here's, you injured someone, didn't you? Polar man punches a polar bear woman in the arm, bruising the fat through the sheep toga. Polar bear woman slams into an obstacle. Yeah. Oh gosh. I think Rylam needs a proper timeout. Heck has settled down a lot. I agree. I agree. I'm quite happy about how much she has settled down. It'd be cool if we could have a timeout corner that incorporated a waterfall. I guess we have plenty of aquifer, right? What if I just... like, this level is aquifer. But we also need to be able to, like, drain it. That's always the hard part. Lignite, bauxite. Yeah. Oh, and you found wet over here. That's good. There's a bunch of kaolinite here. Okay. What if our jailer was like right above the cave? What if we went all the way down here? Oh my gosh. So we do have water dripping down here from way the heck up here, right? Here's where we're gonna find our microcline. What if we do that? We're gonna say... how would I do that? That's a long ways. And then this is just draining from here. I'm gonna say, so this level is aquifer, this level is not in theory. Of course, it's never quite that simple. So I'm gonna say we're gonna dig out here. And then our actual jail cells are gonna be in here. It's gonna be overkill, but you know, that's how it goes. This level should be set to damp dig. Should this one. And then essentially we're just gonna have a handful of little cells. I'm actually gonna make these kind of large cells so that we can kind of make them nice. And 4 is gonna be plenty for what we need right now. And then we'll just do like this. then they're each gonna have a drain. And that's just gonna drain off the edge of the map. So then I need, like, above them. I'm actually hoping there's aquifer in here, which is hilarious. I'm just gonna go... Actually, I'm gonna wait to dig the holes. I think I want this first, as a matter of fact. So yes, there's definitely aquifer here. Oh, did you need to reset the damp dig? Hilarious. Okay, I think this will work. I think this is fine. We're gonna brainwash our tantrumers. That's gonna be how this works. Perfect. That is perfect. And then I want... Well, let's just get at least one of these going. Oh, come on. Every time. Okay, so this is wet but not aquifer, which is exactly what I want. And then there's gonna be that. And then we essentially just need a little collection trough. It's gonna run off the edge of the map, which is way the frick down here, apparently. I do like one of these. Okay, so this is gonna be where the water drains out. Of course, I wish that was also high priority. I wish the dig tool respected the priority that I set. Or at least had a way to set its own priority somehow. Okay. Do a door. Gonna do a rope. Of course, having... I can't build a rope on top of a grate or anything, right? I guess I want the waterfall holes to be in the corners. That's what I want. That's already... Okay, and then we're gonna smooth. There's aquifer there. Hilarious. Little penguin? Little penguin? There's little penguins! Since when are there sizes of penguins? Oh my god, look at them. This game gets me every time. Every time I see a new critter. Tough, high stamina. Seriously injured. All right. Sure. They're beginning to work on this. But that all seems to be... They're attempting, at least. They're attempting. This should all be... they'll get to it. They're fine. We have not yet dug this. That is also fine. Let's go down to our jail, right? It's gonna be... it's like way down here. Okay. It's all just gonna be... It's gonna be a mess. So... I'm gonna put a floor here. Sure, porcelain. And I'm gonna do... Corners instead are gonna be where the waterfall goes. That way I can put the rope in the middle. Got some ropes. I don't think we have grates. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna make some... Do I have anything nice to make it out? I'm just gonna do rock grate. I'm gonna say like 20 of those. Penguins! Oh, and then the dwarves are here. Dogs are fighting the penguins. And a person is tantruming, because of course. I guess we're also gonna want access down here independent of the ramps and junk. We're gonna do something like this. But then we'll be able to seal that off. And then I want to remove these ramps. So there's that, and I'm gonna do like a bed. I guess we're gonna smooth and engrave first. First of all. Why can't I can't smooth the corners? Oh, because they can't get there. Duh. Okay, so I'm gonna do doors here. Okay, that all seems fine. And then have we done anything? Nope, not yet. Of course, that means there's gonna be water all throughout here as well. Because of course. No such thing as a nice, simple aquifer setup. Okay, so we have some grates made, so I'm gonna say floor grate. Like so. It's just all wet. So I'd have to like dig out this hallway above and smooth it, and then not smooth the stuff directly above this. Hilarious. And then we're gonna engrave all this. Someone's having a tantrum. Stoneworker shop toppled. Hey, look, a bunch of blocks everywhere. What are you gonna tantrum next? I'm just gonna hang out. Just gonna stand in the hallway. Okay. Okay, so we're going to engrave the jail cell. I do have an engraver, right? We haven't killed our engraver, right? Okay, good. Because we have a legendary engraver. Our caravan tactician is a legendary engraver. So I'm not gonna lock you to it. You'll get to it. Hey, there we go. Okay. That's all good. And then same kind of thing here. And then I'm even gonna say, whoop, 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 whoop. Something like that. Looks like a tree root, true. Maybe that's why I like it. Okay. So that's our drain. And then up here, I do want to, like, I'm gonna basically replicate my hallway here. I'm gonna dig that. Where's my other? There you are. No. Here. Okay. Gonna do that, and then of course this needs to be damp dig. Like so. Nope, not like that. Not like that. Okay. Really, we just shouldn't have doors here. That's what we should do. Okay, we're engraving. Look at that. Look at that. So now I want furniture. I want a bed. I want... We should make like statues and stuff. Do they care about like a table? I guess they could admire a table, right? I'm gonna do a table and a chair. And then I need to be able to have the water fall through. Oh, then you stopped anyway? I told you to... I said damp dig. And then this we need to smooth. Still no migrants. Okay, water's now coming down here and it can drain. Then why did you... I know it's wet. It's all supposed to be wet. Perfect. And then they all got smoothed, so we're just gonna go ahead and engrave all of them while we're working on this. Right? And that looked like a pretty fancy jail cell to me. And we're gonna smooth all this way. And they have all that set. Yep, okay, cool. So now we're going to punch our little holes. And then this gets a door. There we go. Look at that. And then this, I want like more water coming through, hilariously. But I mean, it's... yeah. Just a little trickle, right? Doesn't need to be a ton. So we go into zones, we go to dungeon. What am I thinking? Dungeon. It's just under my mouse. So for the moment, that's going to be the one dungeon. Enforcer is law enforcement, Reaper is executioner. So I'm going to set an enforcer, but I'm not going to set a Reaper. So who's our enforcer? No one has any relevant skills for enforcing. Is it a kobold or is it a bear? I'm tempted to say that the enforcer is going to be a kobold, because the kobolds are like the administrators of this site, right? I'm gonna say our milker here. Our stonecrafter. We have a bunch of stonecrafters. I'm gonna say Shaz is our enforcer, so now you need an office. So we're gonna come down here. I'm just gonna get A little something like this. So you need a study, quarters, and a dining room. Something like that. And then your entrance is like there. This is all, are we gonna find, we're gonna find damp here too. Because, of course. Okay, let's check on our surface. Got this. Look, we have ice. We have just a bunch of ice for us to use. That is fantastic. It's all completely snowed in. Oh no. I assume we made it under there. Now how do I tell? Okay, so I'm gonna start designating our ice wall here. That is, or what? Here's what I can do. Okay, we're paused, right? I'm gonna say remove, but that's just gonna show me where my stuff is. Right? So I'm gonna go like this. We have 57 ice. Look at that. Hurts your eyes. It's a little bright. I will admit, it's a little bright. Okay, so this is all fine. I'm gonna like this. Or... Cause that just removed, cause this wasn't built yet. Dang it! Okay, well that was silly. So the ones that weren't made, I just erased. Good job, me. So I need 2 here. Right? Trying to make sure it stays symmetrical. And then all that too. Goodness gracious. So that's a 3 high. So we have like our long wall, right? And then we have a 3, and then a 3, and then a 2, and a 2, and then we go like this. Is that right? Is that right? I feel like I need to go... Yeah, no, I need to go up another... another whatever. Right, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Right, because that's floor, and that's our floor. Okay. If I put a roof over this, will the snow actually melt, or do we need to, like, clean the snow? Okay, is that all good? Is that all even? Looks pretty even. I think we're good. And then I'm gonna like leave one undone because we're gonna need to like still get in here, right? I haven't connected the bottom. And we're still missing one tile here. That one's there, it just snowed over. Oh, okay. Already run out. So in theory, all of this got made, right? So if I do like this, I'm not gonna need to pause. So that's all good. That whole thing is there. But like I just erased this whole thing. I just erased the whole thing. But that keeps it simple. Right, we're going like this. Am I out of... out of microclimate blocks? That makes sense. I think we finished that batch of them, and we've mined some more. So I'm gonna say rock blocks. Another 50, do it out of microcline. And we'll be good. Because they're working down here. We're getting it done. Yeah, cool. Cool. War dogs are fighting penguins. Rylam is tantruming. We've encrusted some masterpieces in a jail cell. I'm a fan of that. And the dwarves have left, and I don't care. It's totally fine. And there's more waterfall here than I would prefer, but what am I going to do about it? I do want them to have waterfalls, and I don't know of a better way to make a waterfall right now, so that's what they get. Sheriff gets a bed and some chests. Boop, boop, boop. You'll get a cabinet. Need to make a cabinet. Just make 10 of those. And then you need a chair in your little office. And then your dining hall. Like so. Okay. So there's your office. This belongs to Enforcer. And then a bedroom belongs to... Oh, the children. The children don't have bedrooms, but I guess that makes sense. We'll have to make some more bedrooms at some point. So you get this, and then we're gonna remove your other bedroom. And then your little dining hall. Belongs to Enforcer. And then we look at Shaz. Filling a pond. We're gonna free your modest quarters. There we go. So now you need weapon rack and armor stand. Fine. Do like 2 of each of those. We are making microcline blocks. Perfect. I should make like a specific microcline stockpile here. At this point, we're like nearing the conclusion of making these floors. Ish. It's just completely snowed in. This is fine. This is fine. I guess I never planned for like stairs and such over here. Would prefer for these to be the ones that get finished. And then ice is being slow, which is fine. Just little penguins out here. Yep. Oh, polar bear man is fighting. You're fighting the other polar bear man. So that's tantrum stuff happening. So now our justice screen. No witnesses? There's no witnesses for any of these? Maybe they need to report. Maybe once we get maybe once this is working, we'll get someone reporting. And see the nice from the ice. Well, have a good night, JM. Thanks for coming by. We are making progress. Things are happening very slowly. Actually, not too slowly, but somewhat slowly. And we'll keep going. We're gonna keep on keeping on. The mud. So much dang mud. There is still... Is it from above this? It's from above this. And then that's gonna be leaking too. Whatever. Whatever. I guess we just want this to, like, connect here, I guess. And then I'm gonna have a door here. So we're getting, so there's mist there. I kind of want more in the middle here. Maybe we do like, maybe we do something like this. So that's all aquifer. Another strange move. 3 in 1 stream. Nothing for like 10 years and then 3 in 1 stream. Now we need to mine more microcline because why wouldn't we? It is kind of disconcerting because that means we might start attracting attention at some point. I hope that's fine. I'm gonna get rid of this one. They're gonna just be slightly damp forever. I guess if that's all aquifer, I guess we're just doing this. There we go. There's some mist. That's all that matters. And that's all just gonna drain out. Cool. Begun your mysterious construction. We got all that made. Wow. Do we have crimes with witnesses? Here we go. Okay. Some of these more recent ones, I guess. So we're gonna accuse Rylem, or convict Rylem. And Rylem's gonna go away for a little while. I won't convict on the ones that don't have accusers. There's a tantrum happened here. Use a cabinet. Tirek has created Zrira Sunis, an earring. Cool. Okay. Thank you. We'll do weapon rack. And armor stand. Then you should be fine, right? You want... Oh, you just need it placed. You have it. You just need it shoved in there. Cool. Now you're all set. Now we have a functional enforcer and a functional jail. So I'm gonna do more of our ropes, right? Do some beds. We need some more beds. Let's just say make bed times 10. Yay, jail! Let's do Table. Table. Table? Oh, do chair. 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 There you are. Injured, haggard. I was confined. I am so angry. Pleasure near a fine restraint. Pleasure near a fine floor grate. Pleasure near a fine bed. Relieved, remembering being near a waterfall. Let's get you like a new waterfall thought. Let's make sure you get like new waterfall thoughts here. You're currently throwing a tantrum. Look, what are you? You're just coming in here to hang out? Okay, I guess. What on earth? Like you're not here for a reason. Weird. Come on, get a waterfall thought. Just get nice happy waterfall thoughts. There we go. Come on. Surely you experienced the waterfall there. Well, we're gonna make sure each of these are designated as dungeons, right? And then our fortress guard, we have 4 of 3 desired cages and chains, so that's all good. Relieved being near a waterfall, perfect. So just sit here in your nice little chamber, think about the waterfalls. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Okay, well this all got made. And this is also done? At this point we need more ice. We're working on it. Got to start putting in our ceiling as well. It's gonna be a fancy tavern. When we actually finish it, it's gonna be pretty fancy. Oh, is that you? That's you. Okay. So now I want to check out our quarry. Where's our quarry level? It was way down here, wasn't it? No? Microcline here. There is clearly more microcline. Did I not? I thought I told them to do like a big chunk. It appears not. I guess I did. That was a different level. Okay. So I'm gonna say it's lower priority, but I just want. See, this is granite. Do like this. It's hard to say where it starts and stops. It's the... I guess it's there. That's quartzite, that's microcline. Yeah, there's microcline here. Endless Guy is kind of fun. Pick up missions, buy low, sell high, read flavor text for each planet I go to. I mean, that's pretty nice, right? That's all you need sometimes. Yes, get the waterfall thoughts. Just sit there, think about waterfalls. That's all I need you to do. I am interested about the good meal thing. Because in theory, we are making lavish meals, right? We've only ever made lavish meals. I don't know why. I feel like we've had this issue before, where people don't want to eat the good meals, or they're not good enough for some reason. Down to one little penguin. We have more grumpy faces now. Getting even grumpier. I guess the other thing we can do is we are going to want tunnels that go to these other buildings, right? So this is our library, this is our temple. I guess I didn't pick spots for the stairs to go anyway. So I'm going to do kind of the same thing. I'm just going to do this so I can see it all. But clearly it looks like we missed one. Also, assuming all of this is made from actual blocks and none of it's rough. It looks fine. It looks fine. This is a temple. It's mostly just a big empty space, right? With some instruments and junk and maybe some statues. I don't know if I'm doing like one stair just right in the middle. I didn't even realize Tofu got it there. So if this is our middle, I think I'm gonna say like here, 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 and here are gonna be our stairs. Just for the sake of it. Which means those are the ones that I actually want to remove. Hilarious. Okay. Remove those. And then stairs down, and that'll give us a little bit more free ice. There we go. I'm gonna go down to this level. Like so. And then we'll do just like a little ring. I mean, that's just gonna be like the whole thing, right? Or do we go out one? Guess we could do that. Definitely overkill, but whatever. Oh, and then of course the stairs. And then I just want to connect them. We would go like this. Let's try that again. Guess it's not going to be real. It's not going to be too pretty no matter what I do. How's that? I think I like that. And then basically the same thing over here. This is gonna be a library. So maybe just a little bit in the middle like this. Or down one. And this is just gonna be it's just gonna be that. And then it connects. Right? Kind of circular, kind of wiggly. I think my only gripe is like right here. I think that works. That'll give us a little bit more ice. That will be used for our walls. I do love the ice. I do love just big hallways of natural ice. I think that's a cool look. I have no idea how comfortable this would be to exist in, but it looks cool. Rylam's throwing a tantrum, but in jail, so whatever. I'm curious if any of these ended up with reports. Nope. Okay. Perfect. Oh, there's a Yeti down here. I guess I should have seen that coming. Made a nice Yeti home. And then... It's just like... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I want one here. And then like that. I think that's right. Chasing off the Yeti. Chase off the Yeti! And then I do like that, right? Right, we got our square in the middle, and then we got our 3 on the sides. Seeing all the dogs gets me every time. So now I don't like this, right? Nope. Right, and then inside, and then 5 like that. Inside. Like that. Oh, just barely not. Okay. Oh, we're done with our pawns? Wow, okay. Sweet. Pause all these again. And then we channel. Did you, so you didn't get healed before going into jail. The Yeti's fighting a dog. Yup. Yeti's crawling away from a dog. Yeti is unconscious, exhausted, winded, and seriously injured, and overcome by terror. Now it's dead. Okay. Goodbye, Yeti. And then there's another one. So we've killed at least 2 Yetis. And then here's a third one. So if we just depopulate the glacier of its yetis, I guess I won't be really that upset. And then is this also canceling because they wanted to use the boulders? Microcline blocks. So I need one here and here. And here. Not to mention all of this. Perfect. And then why is... confused why that happens. Now it's spring again. At least the game is moving. We're already year 156. That is bonkers. Okay. So now we use the ice, right? Because all this is paused. No one's going to try to come in here. Stray dog had died. Aw. Things dying of old age. There we go. I bet I could designate the microcline floor as well, since clearly all this has been done. This is gonna get lost in the snow. It's gonna be like 2 years before we actually get around to finishing that one. I want to finish the tavern. So we're gonna have to start on roof here soon. So I want floor. Do that. And then we're gonna need some way to get up, right? I'm gonna make a temporary ramp. Just for the sake of getting on top of our roof here. Oh, a couple dogs died. And then I do want the ice to finish. And then we got a ramp. So I'm thinking of how I want to do this. I think I do want to have a bit of a dome situation. It's not going to be very, very tall. Maybe 2 or 3 levels to the whole thing. The elves are here. I'm debating if this immediate inner ring is flat. I think we're gonna say we're gonna do like one width at this level, and then ramp up. And then have like a good chunk in this middle section that's at that level, and then we'll have like a little nub in the middle. I think that's what I want. So, what are we doing now? Somebody is fighting. Did you get out? You're down here tantruming. You're down here tantruming the llamas. Don't tantrum the llamas. You immediately going back? Yeah. Spray alpaca. That'll be a short sentence. What was I just doing? Oh, we want to start doing our porcelain stuff. So. And then what got canceled? Why? Why? So now with our remaining little bit of ice, I'm just gonna build it into walls in like a little staging area here. I have 8 total. Just to have it out of the way, right? Get it out of our pit thing there. And then, yeah. So. How am I gonna do this? I think what I want to do, so I'm gonna say we need to go back into our whatchamahoosit, our planner. So I do want to use blocks, because we have porcelain blocks. But instead of microcline, it's going to be porcelain. And then we want to use our circle tool. Get it plopped in the middle there. Why? Oh, like that. Okay. Cool. So I think that's going to be on this level. Right? Or I want to construct floors. And then they can do that. I'm also going to put a wall here because we can get inside from underground now. Or now I don't. Now I need to free up 1 ice. Hilarious. One ice. This is going a bit faster than I thought it would, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, and then we're gonna we want a second level, don't we? We want 2 floors to these little rooms. So we're gonna need more microcline for that. But I mean, it looked like we had a bunch of microcline, right? And I guess I also want to build stairs up from here. Can I build stairs on top of... I guess, on top of a natural stair? We're just gonna do that. I guess we could also technically build the stairs out of ice blocks, but that seems unnecessary. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Porcelain block floor. That's kinda cool. I kinda love it. We're we're gonna do microcline block floors here. Heck is playing with the fan pull string. Not Heck, Tofu. The other one. A fourth strange mood. Why not? Another Yeti. Actually, do I build them out of ice? Oh, we already made some of them. Okay. We'll call that good. Been possessed. Oh no. Okay, so now I can turn these back on. The other thing we can start on is engraving all of this, because I'm going to want this whole dang thing engraved, aren't I? I want the whole thing engraved. Our cat? Okay. Polar bear Potter, is you're fighting a llama. What? Or no, you're fighting a Yeti. Okay. Where's the Yeti? Should I just deal with the Yeti? Oh, you are our enforcer. Oh no. I'm actually gonna give a kill order. What happens if I actually tell people to go for it? I hope our enforcer's okay. What happened to you? Yeti punches the enforcer in the claw and the injured part collapses. Uh-oh. Did you... Grasp somewhat impaired. Claw mangled beyond recognition. Lung is bruised. Great. High stamina. Good. Good. Oh, it killed a dog! Actually killed a dog. But then we got it. Who actually got the kill there? You. Storlet has killed one Yeti. Oh, ripped the dog. And then there's another Yeti. They're just coming in one by one. I'm just gonna give a kill order on this Yeti before it becomes a thing. We can just depopulate the Yetis. Perfect. Currently have 0 Yetis. Okay, now there's an eagle. That's much more reasonable. And it's actually able to fly somehow. I want to make sure that our whatchamacallit, our graves. Not that I have a bunch of graves. Oh dear. I'm gonna make sure we have graves. Let's do it like that. Toss in some doors. And then tombs. I'm gonna make sure at least some of these can take pets. Okay, I mean, here we go. Xeric, Stonecrafter, has created Lilas Rares Chevrelias, another earring. Another earring. Perfect. Great. Well, what's everyone up to? Socializing. I would love for you to, like, make the things. I guess mining is done for now. Obsessed with the little pull string for the fan. Okay. They are going to work on all this. This is basically just gonna go for the moment. I guess the other thing, I can designate like our ramps, right? So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna designate a circle like that. And then this is going to be ramp. Then we'll have to do a layer of wall inside of that, but then floor inside from that. I think that's going to be fine. Right, so that's going to be ramp. And then I don't think it's going to let me designate the walls here yet. Especially since it's all... Some of it's going to be weird. I'll have to do that manually, but that's fine. We might have finished off the yetis. You took a strange path there. Okay, whatever. They're using our underground tunnels and such. Kerr really likes to hang out here. He's waiting for a meeting. Some of our babies have grown into children. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, that all seems fine. Submerged. Nothing's... Building site submerged. Oh, because of that. You'll figure it out. I guess it does eventually just is gonna fill in there, right? So I need to mine out this. Yeah, whatever. More workers, yes. More productive members of society. Hopefully. As a child? Okay. They're also full of all those big words, which seems like a appropriate thing for a child to say. Okay, we've made some progress. We've made some progress here. Half of it's under snow, so you can't really see it, but we made a fair bit of progress on this today. We will continue working on this roof. We will make some more ice blocks, so we'll get these walls done, and then little roofs put on top of those. And then we're gonna start engraving and lumps destroyed. Plumps destroyed? Okay. That's a strange way to put that. And you're just still doing it. You calm down, you're retching. Oh, good. Well, back in the hole you go. Okay. And we're like essentially done over here as well. So I'm gonna leave there's gonna be floors for a bit. Because I want to get our tavern done. But we have our footprint set. We have our tunnels set. Two injured. Why are you injured? Because you got strangled by a polar bear man. Still haven't really cleaned up our junk. Okay, well, I think we're gonna call it here for today. And we're gonna pick up from here. We're gonna keep going. I think this is those are giant penguins. Those are much bigger. Those penguins are much bigger. I'm scared of these. Oh, those are big. They seem to not be aggressive. How big is a giant penguin? About 250,000. Bigger than a minotaur. These penguins are bigger than a minotaur. Are they tameable? Yeah? You can't turn them into war animals. They make eggs. Exotic mount. Alignment savage. Pet value of 500. Do we need to tame penguins and polar bears? That seems like the best case scenario, doesn't it? Look at them all. A petition? A guild hall? Stonecrafter Guild, okay, I guess. Interesting. That took a while. They're mountable for invaders. We as fortress dwellers don't get to have mounts. And that's something that I really wish is different someday. It definitely didn't happen in this most recent siege update and all that kind of stuff. But like when goblins show up, even other races, even like elves and humans, if they siege you, they can be mounted on animals. Like goblins will be riding elk birds and whatnot now. So I think what that means is that they would be eligible for being used as a mount by other races, but we as players don't really get access to that for whatever reason. If we as fortress people had the ability to make mounts, I'd be doing that all day long. We would have kobolds riding our giant polar bears all day long. But as it is, I think these would just be pets, which is not nothing. I wonder if, should I just toss out some cage traps? I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna have some. We'll kind of have to happen upon them. Slide into battle on war penguins. That would be kind of amazing, right? Why is this one microcline? Excuse me. I specifically said porcelain. Oh my gosh. Making hand over fist here paid off almost half my first ship. Nice. Nice, nice. I don't know why that happened. If that's gonna happen for like half of these. I thought I have... Oh, but ramps. Because I had the thing set for floors, but not ramps. Okay. So half of this stuff is probably gonna get turned into microcline, and we're just gonna have to fix it. Whatever. I'm gonna call it here. I think that was good. The fact that we had 4 strange moods today is very interesting. We went several years in this fortress without any strange moods, any migrant waves, any home caravans. And now all of a sudden we have a bunch of strange moods. And that typically comes along with like goblins and such. And on Thursday, we're probably going to be on the new patch. Probably going to be on the new siege patch. So this could get spicy. I'm kind of... I mean, it could go either way. I have a hard time predicting anything that happens in this game, right? It could just be that we continue to not get any attention. And nothing interesting happens here. I mean, interesting. Nothing siegey happens here. Or we could just get completely overrun by goblins and have no way to deal with it because we do not have a military at this point, and we are not really defended, especially against the new siege stuff. So come by on Thursday for that. Come by on Saturday for something. I haven't decided what we're gonna play on Saturday. I have an idea. I haven't decided. So come by for that. And consider also some attention. Yeah. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Today's episode is brought to you by your pumpkin. Go clean up your pumpkin. And by viewers like you. Clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord. That is the porch I am rotting on these days. So I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. Come by for more. I hope you have a good rest of your week. And I hope you stay kind.